reindeer and go flying.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful day. Oh, see, Julie has been up here, and I think she brought flowers. You need to take this box apart and get that out, and there's a little stand in there that will stick back there.
Oh, okay. I need to take it out, Jean?
Yeah, we need to get it
All
out.
right.
And maybe a beautiful. Okay. Yeah, this is what I figured.
Oh, and I see the stand. Yep. There you go.
Okay.
And here's the stand.
Yeah. Okay. Now I don't know if you're going to need these. Let's kind of sweep. Now I believe that I think that Julie, when she brought
Who brought the
flowers up-
flag? It looks brand new.
Yeah, the organization in Hanover, VFW, would have brought the flag. They would come out. And,
How often do they come?
well, I don't know how often they come.
Did
but
you request it?
No.
Oh, I see.
No, they
They
just
just come.
they're just beautiful. And they reference their list and say, hey, got to remember these guys. And there's another cemetery up on the edge of Hanover. There are lots of veterans up there. And
Who's next door to Linda?
John,
Oh, I see. They're in here together.
Linda and John.
I see.
Over here is Julie's mother. Julie's mother. Yes, father's mother. Here's Julie's mother. And here's another one. This is Gladys's husband, Donald. This would be Julie's grandfather. Donald passed away about a year and a half ago, something like that.
You know something? I've learned something new. I never realized that you get the tombstone done and the living person is here and then you put it with.
Now, eventually we'll talk about some sort of a stone. You should think about the color and things like that. This is gray, and you see something over here that's kind of brown. This is reddish. Eventually I'll go to
I
Mount
don't want
Carroll.
anything brown.
Mount Carroll, do you like the gray?
I like the gray.
The burgundy is pretty.
What do you like?
Now
Because
here-
you'll be in there too.
They're both fine.
No, gray.
here's John's great legend. Yeah.
Oh, they both
see what
died on the 20th of the month.
Yeah, he died. You're right. And here's the date of marriage. Let's see what's in between here. Some of them have children listed, depending. The older the family is established.
What's happening here? Is that the Seventh Adventist Church?
That's a possibility. They were. And now, if you would like, in his case, I remember over Orva's family, Babe's family over in Macokota, the children were listed on the stone as well. Parents of, I think is what they said. Now I'm going to clean this off a little bit. Now this, let's see, I don't know. This is kind of faded. I don't know. It's been here a while. I didn't put it there. Let's see. Boom, boom. Usually when I come up, I would clean off all these stones up here. I don't know about that thing. It's not fresh. Okay. And do you have a preference for color, Jules? Or the type of stone? Anything to suggest?
No.
Comment on or say don't do?
No.
I don't know. Should have asked your dad again. He used to talk about that when he'd come up here. We'd talk about, he'd looked at the various stones. And he wanted a stone, a monument. Ooh. Well, let's see. this is,
The top's broken.
that's out here. I don't know how long it's been here. I didn't put it. In loving memory. That's pretty well scented, I think. Which way do you suppose these go?
I think
Think this way?
don't you think that one probably goes in front,
One like that?
and then
Okay.
one and the two in the back? I
Yeah,
think.
Okay, that'll, whichever way is. Now, what have we got here? I gotta read that. What does that say, Dave? Anybody?
Can we pull it out a sec?
Yeah, let's take a look. Well, veterans, this is new. Veterans of Foreign Wars, United States. It looks so bright. It seems like it's relatively.
Now the ribbon's sort of crooked.
All right, now straighten that up then.
I can't.
And
The
then,
way they've put it, I can't
well,
straighten
it's good. It's good. It's okay. Yeah, it's in loving memory of. It could be. I can move this.
No, don't move it. It's perfect. It's just
okay?
the ribbon, and it's the way they've done it.
It's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks really nice. Where did you get this? Looks really
Chaco.
nice.
Chaco, Pomida.
Looks really
It's
good.
the only place in town that had anything worth
Beautiful.
looking at. And see what else. Now, last year I bought, or I got something I had for the pockets next to Charles, excuse me, Linda and John. I didn't think that. I thought Judy would take care of it, but she did not. She brought. Okay, I know she put the flowers here. Flowers. Well, up on the hillside, you have graves up there. If you have any.
Let's walk up there.
Okay, I'm going to drop this stuff over.
We'll come back down for it.
Okay.
It looks nice.
This is too faded. I don't
Yeah,
know whose it is or what it is.
Put it in here, Jean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just set it down and we'll come back down for it.
Okay.
Oh, let's just put it on the car.
Let's just head it down, please.
Let's head up the hill here.
Let's head up the hill.
Pretty. Everything is turned out pretty well. Look at the dandelions along the drive. How they look thick. Somebody's driving up through here. Laura. Odyssey. Odyssey. That's the name. Just trying to come up with it. And you're good. That's it. Now we've got John and Emma McIntyre. Those were my mother's parents. She was Mary McIntyre. And Emily Rebecca Mace. She had her name sort of reduced down to Emma. And her mother was Johanna, who came from northern Germany in about 1855 and settled on the farm down there. And she married a gentleman from Germany who passed away. Von Kratzenstein was his name. And she had two little girls, and their names were Jenny and Louisa, I believe, but I'm not sure about the second name. Anyway, the little girls died within a day or two of each other of some childhood disease going through. And possibly they may have, I don't know if they passed before or after their father, but within about 6 months, she married again, and she married Thomas Mace, who was my antecedent. He was her second husband. He was my great-grandfather. And she had two more children, Emily Rebecca, who was known as Emma, and a son, Bruno. Bruno died when he was 16. He had pneumonia after having caught a bad cold following some other, maybe scarlet fever or something like that. And so she had 4 children and raised 1, which was very typical of the times.
Yeah.
And Emma didn't marry until she was in her middle to late 20s. My grandfather was probably close to 40, and they had just 1 child, my mother, Mary Elizabeth, who married Arthur Brigham, my father, who came from Princeton, Illinois.
Any other plots up here?
So their plot, yeah, right in here. Now, if you step over and they're under the fence line, all this brush and stuff is grown up over, and the field behind keeps encroaching on the cemetery until some of it is practically in the cornfield. Now, over here, you've got other stones, and there's a piece of one of these, either this one or that one, and home on the floor. It's snapped off, laid here, and I ate lie when I just brought it home for me, and I'll show you where it is. But those stones, let's take a look. Here it is, right here. Louisa, born in 1800 and died in 1859. Louisa Kratzenstein was Johanna's first mother-in-law. She accompanied her son, Kratzenstein, and his young-to-be wife, or whatever, and she passed away over here. And she was a citizen of Germany. So Louisa's name seems to be on both sides here. Okay, here's the other little girls. Jenny, little girl who died. Louisa, little girl who died. And their birth dates, if you can read them here. They were both very young. Probably 2 and 4, or 4 and 5, something like that. Those were the 2 little girls that died. So that one stone commemorates graves that are in this vicinity here someplace.
So this is the only...
Well, there's something on the back, too.
The Kratzenstein name here is... There's Leo.
Oh, this is Leo. Okay. So Leo, his mother, Louisa, his 2 little girls. Johanna is the one that's missing. Let's see. Where's Johanna?
So Johanna Kratzenstein.
Johanna may be over here. George Bruno. Oh my gosh. This is Emma's brother. He wasn't Bruno, he was George Bruno. The Bruno was he was named for his uncle, who would work for Bauschwab in Chicago and was a native of Germany who came over around that same time. And when his brother Leo passed away, the family back home in Germany were very concerned, of course. They had the young widow out on the plains of a wild country, you know, with children, and they must have been in touch a lot and really leaned on Bruno in Chicago, who was engaged to a lovely little German girl, planning marriage. And my husband, Lyle, thinks that she went ahead, she got married. I said, well, she married within a year, didn't she, after she lost her husband? He said, no, try 6 months. Because she needed to establish a new family, be able to take care of herself, and let the poor brother-in-law in Chicago off the hook, who was planning his life around the new engagement, which was very sweet of her to do. So this is her son. Let's see who this one is. Can you read this one? What does this say? Let's see. Oh,
There's Joanna.
oh, that says Johanna. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, Johanna, wife of George, wife of something around G.
Jay
Excuse me.
Mace.
Yeah,
C.J.
G.
Mace.
Probably his name was. Well, okay.
Maybe it is a G. It's hard.
So this is the Johanna
That would be Johanna. Yeah.
of the ring.
Of the ring.
Okay, here we go. Thomas. Here's her husband, Thomas. This is my great grandfather right here. Died 1870 something. There you go.
So is this the ring?
So is this the Johanna of the ring?
Yes, yes.
Ah.
So tell us about the ring.
Well, that would be probably German gold. I don't know. I read something about German silver the other day, so that was a mix, an alloy. So I don't know about whether this is pink gold or
Show the
what it is,
ring.
but she would have brought it from the old country. And
Now pull that off if you don't mind. Can you fit?
I can't
she
Okay.
right now. Too
had
hot.
this heavy ring, and I think there's an engraving in it, but I'm not sure. I think there's some
have to
initials
put
or
it
something
on.
in there.
She was born January 22nd, 1825.
We do have some of those numbers at home, so if you can't read them here, we'll find them.
1826. And she died September 28th, 1895. Wow. How about that?
It's an old ring.
Yeah, she got it from the old country.
It's awesome.
It may have been her mother's. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Maybe mother. I would suspect that when she came away, maybe mother gave her the ring and said, "Here, take it with you." And I'm not sure. I don't think that this is relative to us here. This is rather.
Do you know the Hatfields?
The name is gone. There were lots of Hatfields in the area. So anyway, you got Thomas and Johanna. Yeah. You've got the little girls buried over here. You've got George, Bruno, and of course over there her other child, Emma, and my grandfather. Now, Emma's daughter, Mary, and Mary's husband, Art, are both buried in Princeton, Illinois, in a pioneer cemetery down there. My mother said long ago, obviously this is where your father has to go back. They were very proud and early pioneers in the state of Illinois, and came out of Covington, Massachusetts, and out of New Hampshire, Fitzwilliam, and so they established a lot of Princeton high points, so to speak. Possibly, well, the Bryants, which would be on my mother's side, had copious farmlands and acreages and large, they have the orchards, and they gave the ground at the courthouse, the library, possibly the high school, and various things. They contributed this ground to be built on to establish the community. So, anyway, she said Art would be, just has to be buried back there with his people. And of course she was too. And the largest monument in the Princeton Cemetery, and I mean it is a monument, it's about half as tall as that tree over there.
Wow.
Was the Bryant monument, and talk about ego and whatever. And of course, their claim to fame nationally and internationally was William Cullen Bryant.
Of course.
Who was the brother of Art's great-grandfather. So, somewhere along the line, out in Idaho, Jean Johnson, remember her?
Mm-hmm.
Jean Johnson taught English, etc. And oh, I have something at home I have to show you. It's pinned to the lamp up there. I have to show that to you. Jean Johnson said, who is he? At the time, I didn't have brains enough to say William Cullen Bryant. She was somewhat impressed with the dramatic thing that he was able to do, and she foresaw she herself writing about tremendous boy and girl. So she was really into early pre-teenagers. So this one question was how. I said, I don't know, just he's a Brigham Bryant Webster, I guess. But I also wondered what you meant by that question. I don't really remember. I know what she was talking about. I'll show you the note at home, which is the one that she came and read in, which said, no, having trouble with homework. She was a
Yes. Now this this cemetery, what's its kind of history?
Oh,
The
by
Indian something and
yes. Yes. Lost Mound.
Lost Mound.
See the Lost Mound?
Oh yeah.
Those are now there. One fellow from the Korean era, I think, insisted on having a lot up there. Somebody did, not him. Obviously, he's gone. But Lyle said, "I'd like to have a lot on that mound over there." And Brownie Sprecher of Hanover, Illinois, who superintended this bit, said, "I don't think so," because he said, "If you dig in there and you find Indian bones and artifacts, then we're in the soup." He said, "The state of Illinois and the federal government come in, and you're desecrating Indian burial ground."
Yeah.
Because we have unfortunately chosen to bury our dead sort of all around. Let's climb up there.
Okay.
So your dad said, "Well, I guess we'll have to eat." So Brownie says, "Let me suggest a nice lot by the gate, Lyle."
Yeah.
I'll say, "Hey, why not?"
More convenient.
But he really wanted to be buried up here. Gosh, there must have been an easier way to get there than to come. So I checked this out and see which war this fellow came out of. Oh, there's a few more up there. Not many. And here we go. Lewis, Korea, Hanley, World War I. There's another Lewis behind you. And his career, that's, right, this is Franklin Lewis. That was James Lewis. And got a stone right here. Whew. This is a lady. Glisten. Glissa.
Well, thank you. I'm going to do a little panorama here.
She was buried. Oh, there's both of them are here. Husband's here. Or not, two names anyway. I.H. Glisten died in 1918, and she died in 01. 1901.
And thank you, Mom, for that wonderful tour.
Let me put
And I'm just going to wind up the video. In just a second. We are running out of battery, so I'm just going to give a little bit of panorama here. And thank you very much, Gene. What a wonderful, beautiful cemetery this is. And we have had a lovely time here thinking about Lyle on Memorial Day weekend 2014. We're looking down, we can see the wonderful 2008 Malibu, white Malibu that Lyle sat in front of the sales guy's desk while Diana was speaking at the CIA and unavailable. And we had our little tour here of our plots, Brigham's and Webster's and Diana and Chuck in the future. And here we've walked along right over there. There's the
John and Emma McIntyre.
John and Emma McIntyre and Joanna Kretzenberg of Diana's Rings fame.
Joanna von Kratzenstein, and she married Thomas Mace.
And we are on top of a hill here, which is an Indian mound. So we're standing on an Indian mound in the middle of a cemetery here in Northwest Illinois. It's a gorgeous day. Looks like it's going to hit about 80. And we're looking off in that distance is the old Army Depot grounds, I think.
Yes.
And right over there through the trees about a mile is the Mississippi River. And it's a gorgeous setting. And anyway, well, thank you, Gene.
You're welcome.
All right, and we're shutting down.
Charles, it was my pleasure.